there's no smoke without reason. It's a sign there's something wrong in my lungs. There's a poison I've been breathing in too long. Cause there's no I in we. And there's no you in me. Cause I've been burned way beyond the third degree. Cause your words are like gasoline you pour on the fire. And the bridges you burn led to our dreams. It's just another thing that we lost when the spark turned into flame. And the flames grew much higher. And my whole faith in every lost desire. It's just another thing that we lost in the fire. My skin, you say that we could rebuild this, wouldn't know where to begin. Cause there's no snow and there's no rain to hide my tears, to douse these flames. Cause I've been burned way beyond the third degree. Cause your words are like gasoline you pour on the fire. And the bridges you burn led to our dreams. It's just another thing that we lost when the spark turned into flame. And the flames grew much higher. And my whole faith in every lost desire. It's just another thing that we lost in the fire.
is a past life, bloodline's gone. Your lies, they keep me close, but why? Fool me once, fool me twice. I know you're never coming back now. You're lost to Hollywood paradise. But I'm out again with you and your friends, and everyone's heard the news. You don't want to stay, you're running away, 'cause what have you got to But I'm out again with you and your friends, with you and your friends, with you and your friends. Out again with you and your friends, with you and your friends, with you and your friends. A mystery covers up your face. Father and father, you start to display.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Stunky. Welcome to the Week 3 Custom Server League prediction stream. Still waiting on a few of the other casters to arrive. We did have a plan where we had Knee Deep. We've had a few others that should show up, but they're having a bit of delay. I think a few of them are in the final of a free-for-all, and it's gone on not too long, but long enough where it's kind of got in the way. So I'm just going to kind of solo the first bit. Let's hop into the... No, someone's in the wrong chat. Okay, so I'm going to be in the Discord chat. People can join me whenever they want, but Spade keeps joining the wrong chat. Let me post the thing for them. But here we go. Let's get started. Mario Kart Wii Custom Server League Week 3 predictions. And we're going to be starting with CT Division 2. I think we all know that CT is probably not the division that people are too interested in. But here we go. That's the current votes for the custom tracks in Division 2. Let's quickly discuss what happened last week, just so that we can kind of see how well the teams are doing. RB didn't have a great week. They lost to Wollywogs by about 144, I think. Yandrift 2 beat Chemical Energy by a very minor amount. I think it was 18. Moi beat MT by 108. It's quite important to mention that I believe the Moi War, we saw big indivs coming out from certain Magical Ruby, a 147 coming out from Ruby. I'm not sure we had any massive indivs come out in other matches. I think Fox may have came in with a massive indivs. No, Jas and Fox getting 112 and 105. I think Nicholas got 104 or 103, and the MT team, I don't think there were any massive standouts. Oh no, Russo X got 118 for Chemical Energy in their match where they lost by 18. Maybe if that was 136, you'd have won, mate. Yeah, I believe some of the casters are in.
Yep, I'm here.
Hello. If you
Hey.
don't know what CTs are or some of the CT teams, then it's fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Okay.
I'll talk with my
You can, if you want, just mute your mic if you don't know what we're on about, and then join in when you do know.
Alright, I'll do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna probably do CT Division 2 mainly on my own because I don't think Spade is here currently. KD might be here, but I know he normally likes to do the predictions at the end of talking. Hello!
Okay, I'm here now.
You're here now. We do have KD. So we're going to first be discussing Wollywogs versus Moy. Wollywogs team going strong currently. Moy, a team that we didn't expect to do as well as they've kind of been performing so far. They did lose their first match, but at the same time, they've bounced back really well with a second match win versus Multiverse. The biggest question is, can they do it against Wollywogs? Moy with the likes of Ruby, Wollywogs with the likes of Fox and Jas as their main runners. I am not too sure if we're going to be seeing Wollywogs run away with this, or if we are going to be seeing some of these Moy players kind of show their worth. Like we said, Ruby, 147 I believe it was, in the most recent match they had. So if Ruby's playing, it could go really well. And looking at that match as well, we had E2 with a 92. Poof. I can't pronounce the name. Poofer with a 78. We also saw Sweep with a 59 and TB with a 44. Again, like we said a few weeks ago, we expected CT Division 2 to be a bunch of teams with like 2 or 3 really good players and a few players that just kind of had to hold themselves. I think Moy is an example of that, and Wollywogs is another example of that kind of team, but you know, both teams have kind of found their rhythm now, and the biggest question is, what team will keep their rhythm? Does KD have an opinion on the rhythm of their teams?
What was the opponent for Moy?
Multiverse, but I think Nicholas got like 103 when they played, and Spade got 93. It wasn't the worst lineup for Multiverse to put out, and now Moy face Wollywogs this week.
Who won it? Moy or Multiverse?
Moy won it by 108.
Okay. If they won against Multiverse, which is a team that is very savvy with CTs, by 108, that's going to be a big morale boost. Because most of Moy, they're not really as savvy with custom tracks. So that morale boost is going to help them against Wollywogs. But I still think Wollywogs are just the better team in general. And will probably beat Moy. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, though.
No, I think it's going to be a battle between like Jas and Fox and Ruby and maybe E2 as well, for who can kind of get their team the most points, and then it's just going to be a battle between the other 6 chosen players for who can, you know, help their best players out the most and who can hold on to the most points out of those.
Sounds accurate.
Let's I'm sure quite a few of the people aren't too looking for CT Division 2 to take 20 minutes like I think it did last week, so we'll try and get through the custom track first, or the custom track second division at least, a bit quicker than usual. So we both predict Wollywogs are going to win. Oh, someone has a good mic.
Aaron, your mic is incredible.
So from what it sounds like, we're both going to be predicting Wollywogs to win. The votes that the Community have given. Look like Wollywogs are going to be winning as well. To be fair though, the community seems to only have given one vote for Moi. So people are underestimating Moi. Moi certainly not a team that we should be underestimating given the situation, given the fact that Ruby did just 147 a war in CTs last week. You know, if Ruby's on form and Fox and Jas aren't on form this week, then it could be very good for Moi.
Yep.
Have we got anyone else who's recently joined who may have an opinion on this match before we move? Or before we predict MVPs, because I think we both agree Wollywogs are going to win. And that silence and Chloe saying nope in the chat indicate we must select our MVPs. I'm going to personally go with Ruby. I think Ruby is probably one of the best players, if not the best player, in CT Division 2 when he can get his kind of group to help him. And I think now that Moi have had 2 or 3 weeks, they've got the ability to know what tracks they kind of like. And I know we've seen quite a few of them practice as well. There is a high chance that this practice will end up helping them in the long run, and it might even help them as early as week 3. So I'm going to predict Ruby to MVP.
I'm also going to predict Ruby to MVP because Fox scored 141. Ruby scored 147. So he's outscoring Fox. And if Fox has a bad day and Ruby has a good day, which I feel like Moi has a better chance of Ruby having a good day just because of their very good chemistry, I think Ruby will MVP.
Okay, I don't think anyone else is currently talking. I think they're all waiting for the regular tracks and CT Div 1. So we'll move on to RB versus Yowndrift. Or Yowndrift 2, sorry. Quick note on this match. It was meant to be played next week, sometime in the week. Then that was agreed by Yowndrift 2. And earlier today, Yowndrift 2 turned around saying, no, we can't play during the week. You're going to have to find them. You're going to have to be able to play at the weekend, despite the fact that we agreed to play during the week. Which isn't going to help RB, given that we don't have Roscoe this week. And given that we don't have MZ. And given that a lot of us are probably going to be working on practicing for the World Cup and stuff. Given that 5 of RB's few active players are in Team UK for the World Cup. Yowndrift 2, on the other hand, a lot of their players have been focusing on CTs. A lot of them are talented CT players, even if we don't know them very well. Let's quickly look at what they did last week, just to give people a bit of an insight so that people get the idea as to the power of both teams that are playing. So, week 2, Yowndrift did beat Energy. It was only by 18. On the other hand, RB didn't have a great day, losing by 144 again. Oh no, 146, sorry. No, I can't count. Let me just get the table up so I can count. 144 it was. It seemed like a really close game that RB Wollywogs won until last GP came, and RB, let's just say they had a bit of a team breakdown.
Shout out to Incendia Castle.
What a track. Literally, people with 3 frames a seconding. Shout out to Haunted Woods and being TS'd in the cart and getting very mad. Shout outs to I nearly quit the clan over it. Not the greatest of wars for RB, especially GP3 losing by 100. I think the issue with RB is that a lot of the decisions are based off of Roscoe, and when Roscoe isn't there or he turns around and something he does is wrong, not many people are too much of a fan of Roscoe. And it was to the point where Roscoe wasn't performing very well last week. We won't have him this week. Unless Youndrift do decide they can mysteriously play at the scheduled time, or the agreed time, not the scheduled time. But it looks like we may have KP, me, Jazz, maybe Ace, maybe Noob, maybe Futile. This is the thing about RB. There's literally like 8 or so actually active players, or 7 active players, and like a few lesser active players that still play CTs from time to time. And I think this is going to be a case that we might see in a few other teams in other divisions. The World Cup coming up is going to have to kill the activity of a few of these teams. Given that the World Cup, it's not going to take too long. It's only going to be 3 or 4 weeks, I think. But we've got to understand, teams like RB, where out of the 7 or 8 active players, 5 of them play for Team UK, 2 or 3 of them are World Cup staff, one of them's like lead organisers. Not going to help RB, and I don't think RB is going to be able to get a lineup in this match to kind of outclass a Youndrift team that may be a second team, but it's still a very strong team. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I reckon Youndrift 2 are going to win. It's not going to be by too much, given that we've seen Youndrift 2 not performing as well as we thought. No, Aaron, you've still got weird static sound as what's coming out. Yeah, I reckon that Youndrift 2 are going to win, not by much. Because again, Youndrift 2 won by 40 week 1 and 18 week 2. I think the issue for Youndrift 2 is that a lot of their players are quite young, they're still in school, and it means that they don't practice as often as they probably would want to. And some of these other teams don't have so much of a problem with it because the people are at college or uni, and it's a case of not having as many classes or not being at the school or the college or the uni for the whole time. And you know, some of these teams do get to practice a lot more because they're in the same time zone. Like Moi, all of their players in one time zone. What a beautiful thing. But Youndrift 2, where you can have some Euros linked with the majority of like almost every time zone that you could ever dream of in America.
Hello?
Hello, you're here.
Hello, Spade.
But yeah, I was going to end my comment by saying, like, you've got teams like Moi where everyone's in the same time zone. It's really easy for them to practice whenever they want. And then you've got teams like Youndrift 2. All of them have got like school or college or whatever, and they're in like 5 different time zones, so it's a bit harder to schedule practice for them. You know, and I was going to say perhaps the lack of practice may help RB, but again, RB haven't really practiced much either. And we're down Roscoe, and we're having to play at a time when we really didn't want to. So, not gone well for RB.
So what are we on, RB and YN2?
Yeah, we're just getting to the end of the RB YN2. Again, RB were agreed to a reschedule, and it was meant to be a weekday. It was meant to be, I think, next Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't think there was a definite day, but that was the first day that they said. And suddenly, earlier this morning, they came around and said, "No, we can't. You have to play this weekend." So it's a bit of tough luck, but I know Roscoe isn't the happiest because it means that we're going to have to play without him, but it's the way CSL goes. and for that reason, Yandrift 2 are going to win.
I think I think maybe you can pull it off. Maybe.
Without Roscoe,
I think you can. You gotta have that faith, you know, man.
with no chemistry following the last match where half of us don't want to touch the team.
That haunted woods race, though.
Yeah. Trust me, the whole night after that was a nightmare because I went into a worldwide and I'd made the comment like, oh, I could go to MT and Yandrift and all these teams just as a bit of a joke, saying like, I really don't want to play for RB if that's the way teamwork goes. And suddenly, in the CT Worldwide I was in, and I was in it for like 2 or 3 hours, like, some of the other people in RB that were doing the team raping went in called YN Stunky, MT Stunky. It's like, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? But so yeah, that helped the drama get on even more, especially when one of them got banned for going back and trolling me on stream. So they were banned for an hour. Didn't go down well with them.
You're gonna go down well.
No. And that may or may not have been why I asked if I could get a transfer. Because I certainly did ask, and you can confirm I did say, can I have permission to transfer?
No, like at first I didn't know what you were talking about because you put like the X-Fur or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it
I
was,
said
or-
X-Fur. But no, I requested to transfer, but then I've kind of realised, looking at this week, hang on, we don't even have 5. I need to stay. Because if I desert RB when they've not even got 5 active players every week, that's not gonna look good. That's not gonna look good. And we'll have to see if RB can get active again, so that people can move or people can do what they want, and maybe the team can just get better without anyone moving. But it's not gonna work this week. I highly doubt RB are winning. I think this is very reminiscent of, I think it was season 4 for RB when Roscoe kind of just vanished for like half the league. Okay. But yeah, season 4, Roscoe kind of vanished towards the end, and it meant that there were like 5 matches that were still being rescheduled all over the place. That was when we had even more active players than this. So it's a bit worrying being kind of thrown into the position of leading a team that's going to do that. But let's just hope for RB that they can make it. Let's just hope that they can at least get lineups this week, the next week, and even if World Cup does come in, hopefully they can get reschedules to suit them, and not like this week where it's been, oh yes, we'll play at the weekend, and then on the Friday, no, you can't play at this time. Because I know Roscoe said he's going to appeal if we have to play, and I've just said no. But let's draw this match to a close. I know a lot of people want to get on with the next division. Why am I rambling? Anyway, RB are going to lose. Yandrift 2 are going to win. Anyone else with predictions?
I think RB's gonna win and Yandrift 2's gonna lose.
Wow!
My predictions.
RB's gonna tilt because of last week,
Honestly, same.
and YN2 already won against Energy, so they have that mojo to go off of.
RB isn't even going to
Yeah.
tilt in the match. They're pre-tilt. They're already tilted before the match. I can tell you, it's a case of, it's the exact same as season 4. Like, a few of the players don't want to play CTs. Like, Ace doesn't want to go near CTs from what I've heard. Few people want to move their teams, so that they're in a team where they know they're a bit more stable and they're not needed every week, which is something RB players are kind of forced into. Most of them will be playing almost every week that gets played, but tilt is a thing.
So if you're pre-tilt and then you tilt during the match, does that make you upside down?
I think we're gonna have an upside down RB next week. Yeah. Oh dear. But let's predict MVPs for the match.
I pick Futile if he plays. If not, I would say probably Sky.
I would say Sky
If-
because the chances of anyone from RB playing is not known.
If Futile isn't already pre-tilted.
He's one of the only ones that won't be because he wasn't in last week. We've just got to pray that somehow this lineup can get rid of all the tilt from the last week, because last week the match pretty much destroyed the team to the point where everyone now it's just a massive argument. But yeah, we don't even know when the match time is, so it's just a case where they've turned around and gone, no, we can only play at the weekend, ha ha. But let's go to Multiverse versus Chemical Energy if no one else has anything to say about
I
that
want to
match.
say my MVPs.
Yes.
So Sky is gonna MVP unless he tilts. If both Futile and Sky aren't tilted, I'm gonna give it to Sky.
Let's quickly run on to Multiverse versus Chemical Energy. You know when I said I wouldn't want to take 15 minutes to do the division and I took 15 minutes on one match? I've done it. I've done it again.
I think we've passed the limit on that one.
Yeah. But Multiverse last week, not the best of matches. The week before, not the best of matches. Spade, what's your opinion on your team?
What's my opinion on my team? I think my team has the capability to win, but we have an MT Nicholas over here who's not so stable at all times. So if we keep practicing and doing what we are doing, I think that we are able to pull it off. But Chemical Energy do have quite a few good players, and I know in Reg CSL they have quite good chemistry, and they can easily use that same chemistry in CT CSL. So I think it's going to be close, but I don't think either team can win. And whichever team wins, I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout. So.
Are you going to pick Heart of China? I'm sorry, I couldn't stop myself from asking Heart of China.
Probably.
Because it is against Chemical Energy, and we know what happens when Chemical Energy meet Heart of China. Doesn't go too well for them, I can tell you that much.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Ah, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard. You guys have no idea. I found a webcam on the floor. It's the best I got.
It's fine, it works.
Okay, that's all I care about right now.
At least you're here now, so I mean.
Alright, where are we?
Two
Multiverse?
thumbs up.
Where are we? Team Nicholas right now? Is that where we
Team
are?
Nicholas right now.
Alright, yeah. Nicholas is gonna MVP, and that's it. You're done.
No,
Hold on, I
Spade's
gotta
gonna
make up
create
for
a team.
what I gotta make up for what I missed. Fox is gonna MVP because Fox is the best CT player, and then let's see,
Pick Sky.
yeah, Sky's gonna MVP because he's my son. So the end. All right, let's go.
Okay, so have we really got too much to discuss on this match?
No,
I'm gonna give my MVP to I'm gonna give it to Russo because he did
Oh,
very
boy.
well in the last week's match. And let's see here, who's gonna win? I'll give it to Chemical Energy if they can pull another Luigi Circuit Shock.
The community do think Chemical Energy are going to win. It's not. It's one of the closest votes in the in this week's predictions, and
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, I can see why it's one of the closest, because both teams are known for having talented players that just haven't kind of scored too much yet. It's the equivalent of having like Lost in Time versus Quintessence a few seasons ago. Like, you never knew what team would win because the teams both had talented players who didn't score. But I think we're going to have to give the mighty MVP to Spade #God. But yeah, I think Multiverse could pull it off so long as you get a decent lineup and you don't do like I think you did week 1 where you're like, I need a sub for Nicholas because he can't play, and no one was there.
Picks.
Oh god.
No one came.
Indiff pick. Nobody's here to play. I need a sub for Nicholas and no one's here.
I think I like spammed it in the chat too, and still like no one came.
All of Energy are gonna do team picks, so it would be wise to do team picks against them as well.
We have like our we have like certain tracks that we always vote for in the beginning, but towards the end we kind of like don't like because we only have like 3 or 4 tracks that we kind of go for, and like once those have been picked, like we don't really have anything else, which we should probably do if we want to start doing a little bit better. So
Try to get 12.
RB doesn't have any. RB has no tracks where everyone's happy on. May we suggest...
You've got Haunted Woods.
No, you don't. Because you've got people like... We've got people like me and KP who like all of the tracks MT pick, and we both were, by the end of last war, going, we want to move to MT! And then you've got like MZ who likes a lot of the Yowndrift picks. Then we've got Roscoe who likes picks no one else likes. Like, what is it, Rockside River?
Yeah.
Why? Why does he pick it? Nobody knows. It's a luck track.
Because it's not banned yet.
Because it's a luck track.
Because it's not banned yet.
Roscoe picks it because it's a luck track and he needs luck.
Owie.
Let's not own my own team.
I think I know what I'm picking when we verse RB #Haunted Woods and pull the shock too.
I think you know who to target, Shock, as well, unless I've moved to your team by week 5. Is it even week 5 or is it week 4? It's week 4 we played.
It's week 4.
I'm not gonna live. If this next match doesn't go well, this Yowndrift match, please don't be surprised when you see Stunky RB to MT in the transfer requests. Like, it's painful to say, but I think it's a case where a lot of the people in RB are just frustrated that they're not doing well when they know they can do well, and it's just because the fact that the team is based around one player who doesn't pick the right tracks, or who picks tracks not everyone's into. But yeah, have we finished the Multiverse Chemical Energy everyone predicts stuff?
I think
I
so.
don't know. I didn't even know what match we're talking about because I hear RB every 2 seconds.
Sorry, I ramble. I've done it again.
That's silence.
Oh,
Alright.
dear.
Yeah. Alright.
Give our MVPs and thingies yet.
Oh yeah, I said either Nicholas, Russo, or Vale. Or Spade.
I gave it to Spade.
Spider-Man.
What is Spade gonna give it to?
Wait,
What am I
where's
gonna
that
give it to?
D1 at?
I'm gonna give it to Mr. I have every BKT on every CT Russo X. So
Good. Okay. I think that means we can move on to CT Division 1. Am I allowed?
you are allowed.
I'm allowed. Yes. There we go. So we've got quite a few zero predictions in this.
Quite a few zeros.
2 out of the 3 matches are straight up. So let me see. Have I linked it? Probably.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we had a graphical glitch where CT Division 1's scores were the exact same as Division 4's, but we have fixed that. These are the right scores for the votes of the community. Fortunately, I spotted it 5 minutes before the stream went up and went, oh my god, I have to recount. I just went, they're the same numbers, and just kind of panicked. But let's quickly go through what happened last week for the matches. We'll try to make this a bit quicker than the 30 minutes we spent discussing CT Div 2.
It's okay. There's no RB this time. So
It's no RB.
Oh no! Oh my god.
It's all good. The Division 2 is the cool division anyway, so...
Can I just point out...
Division 2 is the cool division.
Bit of trigger warning, because Division 4 Reg Tracks is going to be a bit of a... Here's me having a chat again. LL2!
LL2, yeah.
Yeah, Division 1 Custom Tracks, the Mega Mushroom Division, we saw Yowndrift barely beating Battle Alliance by 12 points last
Because
week.
I didn't play!
Because you didn't play. Final Stand beating Flow, bit more convincingly by 114. And Relapse beating the Sodiumers. I'm sure the Sodiumers didn't throw this match to make the division fair. They lost by 82. Not this one. Week 1 they may have, but not this one. 82. What a loss. First match we're looking at is the Sodiumers versus Final Stand. Let's predict what the Final Stand scores are gonna be.
Alright, I'm gonna predict either... It's gonna be in between 100 and like 200.
I don't think the Sodiumers are a bad team. I just don't think they're really the kind of team you want to predict to win this kind of match. Because like we've seen, they lost against the team that we thought wouldn't win a single match. So, it's...
Wait, what team was supposed to win a single match?
We predicted that Flow and Battle Alliance would be like straight up bottom 2, no chances.
I didn't predict that.
Well, the community did. The community predicted it. Because, yeah, somehow. But
the biased community is over.
the Sodium has lost to Flow week 1. They lost to Relapse week 2. Wasn't too big of a loss against Relapse, but again, we want to really see more from the Sodiumers before we give them any form of win prediction. Final Stand, on the other hand, have been in very good form recently, I believe. Beating Yowndrift.
200+ wins, yeah.
Yeah, beating Yowndrift and Flow, both by 100+. I can't see the Sodiumers winning this match. I hate to sound like I'm ruining everyone else's predictions by starting off with this sentence of I don't think Sodiumers can be given a win. But will the Sodiumers throw this match to make it an even division? Let's find out. But I don't think Final Stand are going to be beaten, because from what we've seen, they are active players who are very consistent, and that's something I think the Sodiumers lack, is a bit of consistency, a bit of kind of obvious standout player, you know, a bit of chemistry maybe even. Relapse don't lack that, and that's why the Sodiumers lost to them last week. I don't think Final Stand lack any chemistry, and I think we might see a similar result. We might see it where it's like a roughly 100-point loss for Sodiumers. Not sure what everyone else thinks, but that's my opinion. This is the time.
I'm still gonna predict either. It's either gonna be. I'm gonna change it to. It's gonna be either between -60 and -200 instead of -100. It's gonna be at least -60. if your boy Simon gets 12 out of
Your boy
12 stars.
Simon.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna throw out a random value of 136.
That's a good number.
At least you picked an even number.
Yeah, you did.
You were clever enough to pick an even number.
You're clever enough to pick one number.
Good. I'm going to go with 146. Why not?
Yeah, we're terrible people. We're just like, they legit have no chance to win, like at all.
That's the thing, though.
We're just gonna predict a number in the hundreds.
From their last matches, it doesn't look like they do stand a chance. And last season, I was the kind of guy that was always like, look, they have some hope, but I don't see it in the Sodiumers this year, or this season, sorry. They don't have
Everything
a
has
few of
changed.
the players that we actually thought were really good last season. Like, they don't have Carito. He was one of the only players that kind of stood out for us in that team. And they don't have him anymore, and they just don't seem to be able to perform well without him, and without a few of the others.
I'm also upset they didn't have Burrito the Burrito in their team.
Oh dear. Are we going to have anyone predict their MVPs, given that we do think Sodiumers are a no-chancer?
Alright, well, I'm going to predict that the entire FL lineup is going to score at least 90 plus. It's like, okay, 80 plus.
Okay.
Because that sounds more realistic. Unless someone bags, of course.
I kind of just wanted to toss this out there. SC does have quite a few good CT players, Ferg and Shaw from SC that play Mario Kart 8. So, I mean, they could probably put up a fight, but honestly, as you can see from the votes, I can agree that Final Stand will probably win. That's just like my 2 cents.
I mean, given that they do have good players, the main issue for them is chemistry. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
let's run through their registry, their roster, just for a bit of a check-up. You know, did they get any new people recently? Let's just quickly check. It's kind of a decent roster. They've got Simon, Jose, Joshua, Yoshi, Shamron, Alex, Sammy, Trippy Sam, Ferg, and Mystic. It's a strong roster if they can play it properly, but from the last 2 matches, it doesn't look like they kind of know how to play as a team. Or
Yeah, I mean, you can have the best players, but if you guys don't have chemistry and, like, use certain items, like tracks that you guys like and can work well together on, then, yeah, it can be a total mess.
That doesn't exist on CT since there's so many tracks. Most of the track picks are end track picks.
well,
Well, I would think with CTs, you'd want to have group track picks that you guys are all good at.
yeah, chemistry and
FL has
CTs.
plenty of those.
Chemistry
Yeah,
and
so they
CTs
use-
is so important because you want to make sure that people aren't indiv picking, and you want to make sure that you know what the strengths and weaknesses of your team are. So, a team like the Sodiumers, where it doesn't look as if they have the right amount of chemistry, that's why we're predicting them to lose against some of these higher tiered clans by so much. And it's not us being like hurtful and just going, oh, we're just going to say screw the Sodiumers, like minus 600 or something.
Yeah.
It's just a case of it doesn't look as if they have the chemistry, and as we said, 200 tracks, like over 200. Like, do the Sodiumers have like a defined amount of tracks, or are they going to start doing like indiv picks? Are we going to see weird tracks that only 1 or 2 of them know how to play? We're just going to have to see, but I don't think they stand a chance in this match.
Oh, yes, this match, definitely not. I think Final Stand will take the win on this.
Let's quickly go to the indiv predictions just so that we can get stuff done. The MVP prediction, sorry. Who's going to MVP?
Andy.
Andy.
Either Andy or Larry.
Andy. Have we got Spade still here?
No.
Yeah, I don't have any opinions on this. This is why I'm kind of quiet, but
Spade is not here. Just to make that
He'd
clear.
probably,
Let's.
he'd probably say the same thing. He believes in Andy. And maybe.
Oh, this is fantastic. I think Yowndrift have just said they have 5 to play. This is just what I needed when none of us are online.
I'm sorry, what's going on? Oh wait,
Yowndrift 2.
They were talking about it all day today. Like when I woke up, it's like, all right, who can play? Like Sky was like, who can play right now? It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm pretty sure everybody's at school right now.
Well, now they've said, who can, like, can you play? No, it's 1 in the morning. No. But let's move on to Relapse Yowndrift, unless we have any more MVP predictions to put up there.
Do you want to predict the entire FL lineup as well?
No.
I'm gonna predict Malefic.
Mr. Flary.
Yeah.
CX Raw RE player. My son. Vibration. Who is the girl talking sometimes? Oh, that's my mom.
That's Aaron.
No, it's my mom. Shut up. So,
Are you guys ready to move on to Relapse?
Yeah. Let's go
Alright.
Relapse Yowndrift. I'll do the kind of introduction just to get us ready to have a bit of a debate. Let's quickly look at what Yowndrift and Relapse managed to do last week. Again, this is a game where people are predicting Yowndrift to be a no-chancer. Relapse last week won against the Sodiumers by 82. Yowndrift beat Battle Alliance by 12. Given the amount of points in that match, though, it looks as if it may have been a 4v4 for some of it. There certainly must have been a load of DCs. Yeah, 4v5 for about 8 races. It's why Yowndrift went and only won that by 12. I'm just not too sure we can be as harsh on Yowndrift. Whoa! I'm not too
What
sure.
is that?
What is that?
Someone has...
I was moving my keyboard so you wouldn't hear me type this up.
Good stuff.
I think I just killed my ears.
That is the static?
I think probably louder. Yeah.
Nice. Stupid headset. $70 on the drain. I gotta buy another cheap Walmart headset. Whenever I come to
Yowndrift, like I was saying, I don't think we can really say they're going to lose as clearly as the Sodiumers because they do have some chemistry. They do have some standout players that have shown themselves this division, or this season, sorry. There's a lot of potential for them. It's just, will they be able to show it against Relapse?
The better question is, are we gonna get more shocks in Relapse?
Are you going to get
Which
more
one probably-
shots?
That's easy. Every Relapse where we play is suiciding one. We've had plenty of practice going against them, like all the time. Because they're the CT firm that plays, like at all. But we're still gonna lose, because, you know, it's just logic. Definitely when Sky agrees.
Oh dear. Let's discuss how Relapse have been playing. Not as bold as they were last season in terms of some of these wins they're pulling off. Last season they would have won some of these matches by nearly 200, and they've only won them by like 70 or 80. So, you know, it's a case where we could see a team like Yowndrift causing an upset. We've seen teams of kind of similar levels of skill causing upsets on Relapse before. We saw Twitch Emotes cause massive upsets in the final. And quite a few of the players that are, you know, in Yowndrift, one could argue would be to the same level as Twitch Emotes last season. Of course, they don't have Andy or Flary, but they do have talented players such as Knee Deep and it's certainly going to be interesting. Viper! I forgot to call
Annie.
Viper out.
Yeah,
Annie.
the people that people keep predicting the MVP over me.
Yeah. I forgot them. It's okay, you're going to MVP. Total prediction.
Yeah, I'll MVP this time. I will play. I will make sure.
Promise us you'll show up and I'll predict you as MVP.
I will show up.
You're going to MVP, mate.
If my internet goes out this time, I have a backup plan.
You're going to MVP.
It's like we all know Xander's been MVP. Stop talking about the CTCSL finals. I think we should talk about the CTCSL finals of last season.
No! Let's not.
Let's talk about how we had to play Relapse 3 times and beat them all 3 times. It's like, let's not talk about that.
Let's try and finish CTs before it's been an hour. Cause
Yeah, let's finish CTs
it's-
before people actually start leaving the
It's
stream.
been an hour. We might have to take a break between custom tracks and regular tracks to tell people that it's back to reg tracks. Like a
The-
5-minute
the-
break.
It's the part where we actually start spreading the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah. You know
a
what
lot
I
of people
mean.
are waiting for it.
So, let's predict the Relapse Yowndrift MVPs and the scores, and then we'll get to Flow Battle Alliance. I'm pretty sure there's not so much to discuss in that match, and hopefully we'll be able to get a quick break going off. That's probably the time when we can get like drinks or do anything.
I have my drink.
I don't care. Some casters have been sat here for an hour and have spoken and rambled, and need another liter of drink because they've gone through it.
I'll get another one. It's fine.
I'll take a drink as well. Okay, for a good time.
Sure.
I'm not even talking at neither one.
Mayors in here. Just can't last so long. So, anybody else want to say anything?
For this match?
Like Katie?
We're gonna do the thing for this match.
Oh, the MVP, and I have nothing to say. I don't.
I said Xander.
Said Xander.
Proto. Yeah, Xander or Proto.
Alright, once again, I'm gonna give it to Proto. And as for the win, I'm gonna give it to Relapse. Relapse just, they've been around longer. They have amazing chemistry compared to Yowndrift. Yowndrift actually, I think, has some internal issues that I've been informed about by its leader, but Relapse, they seem to be strong and stable, so I'm giving it to Relapse.
I'm going to give it to Yowndrift because Relapse need to be upset. And I reckon...
Hey, that's valid.
I just reckon that Relapse aren't kind of playing at the top form that they were last season, and I keep claiming this. But Relapse really haven't had a challenging lineup to play against. And I think a challenging lineup such as a really good Yowndrift one with people like Viper and maybe even Aaron, it could demolish them. We haven't seen them play these top tier teams, and some of these matches that they are playing, they look quite shaky. They don't look like they're still playing to the best of their ability, and like I say, Yowndrift could easily come away with a win, and it could be Viper or Aaron to MVP.
Or shot in the dark, the recent mandatory item spy prevention will kill Relapse's item spy. Now I'm joking. They don't
Item spy.
The ultimate advantage. Stop trying to roast us.
The chat is just going in the Twitch chat.
Good.
It's literally just Relapse at this point.
Stunk you, mate.
No!
My heart is broken.
No! My heart is
You're breaking my
broken!
heart.
My heart is broken!
Quit trying to roast us, kid.
You're tearing me
Where-
apart, Stunky!
I don't want to be any
God.
badges.
Man, I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't think I want to.
You don't.
I don't think you'd want to. Oh god.
I'm just gonna look at the chat replay. So
Chat replay, yeah. I'd recommend you do wait for the chat replay. It's really entertaining.
hell yeah. All right, so we're gonna do the thing with the F and the W and the
Yeah.
B and the
Let's
A.
let's have a
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
Flow and Battle Alliance. Battle Alliance last week losing by 12 to Youndrift, but it looked as if they had 5 players and Youndrift only had 4 for most of the event. They didn't do too well against Relapse week 1. We're not going to say how much they lost by 152.
I was about to say that.
You're about to say it! Oh no!
You're about to say it.
But they lost by 152. Didn't go too well. I wish them the best. We have seen Flow. They didn't do too well against Final Stand last week. One kind of has to wonder, you know, is Flow going to have a good week or a bad week? Because we know Battle Alliance have some talented players, but not all of them can play. And it's kind of a case where Flow are more likely to get a good lineup than Battle Alliance, I think.
The
That-
awkward silence. I
Ooh.
think that Flow is gonna pull out a better lineup than Battle Alliance. I think Battle Alliance struggles more with lineups.
I don't have much knowledge about the teams individually and how they work together. I know Flow has members that have worked together for years, so I believe the chemistry for them will be a lot better. And I know some individuals in Flow, and I know that they do like TT quite a bit. For example, Matt. So I could see Matt coming through as well and playing well if he's able to.
MLJ. The
Good.
dude who-
I don't have too much to say. I think it's going to be one of the closest matches in CTs this week.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of predict when you don't have the ability to just go, that's going to be the Battle Alliance lineup, that's going to be the Flow lineup, because these two teams are teams where you could easily get like Battle Alliance pulling a really good lineup or a really bad lineup. Flow, not so much, as I've said, but you know, if Battle Alliance have a really good lineup, they could destroy Flow. But the chances of them doing it is so little. And I think Battle Alliance's CT registry features Dugo, Sarah, Rambo, Supper, Monfi, Beto, Linkus, Mystery, Lackey, Vaps, Hikaru, Realm, and Mace. They've got a few good players, but it's, you know, will Realm play? Whoa.
Will Mace play?
Will Max play?
Like that. It's-
Like, put Realm, Mace, and Vaps in the same lineup, and you've got a threat.
You
A
have,
big one.
but will you put them in the same lineup?
Probably not.
Probably not, because I know a lot of the time Realm has like work or other issues where he can't play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a deadly kind of roster that just can't be used properly because of all of the lack of availability at the right time, and yeah, it's just a weird one to call this match.
What was that?
It's just kind of a weird match to predict because it's kind
If BA
of
could get their as you said, if BA could get their toughest lineup, they could easily just win against Flow. But like you said, that they're unstable and you don't know who's gonna play or not. So I guess like I can agree with the votes how Flow is predicted to win. I agree with that.
Who MVP'd for Flow last week?
let me get you that one.
It was either Matt or what?
Well, they played Final Stand, so it wasn't the biggest of wins, but Jam got 96 as their MVP.
All right, I'm giving the MVP to my boy Jam. Trident Jam.
I'd like to give Sean the MVP, Mr. Mower himself. Yeah.
No, I can already see the memes if Flo wins that match. I
Mr.
can
Mower
already see the
himself.
Sean Moore memes.
I mean, Sean
It's
is a
Victor's
very
making it as we speak.
Sean's a very good custom track player when he plays. He does have a lot of BKTs. It's just, you know, can he translate that to good points online? We've yet to see like massive scores, but you know, this could be the week for them to show him off, because last week it was Final Stand. You know, it probably wasn't an ideal introduction for Sean Berry to the custom track CSL.
Oh, I'm back.
Well, keyword from a Tekken's dog that Sean is going on vacation to Alabama.
Oh no, that's
I mean, he is not playing.
no, Mr. Mower. I can't.
His mower will
I
play for him.
can't predict Mr. Mower, so I've got to predict Jam.
His mower MVP.
Just that depends. Is it a gas mower or a push mower?
It's a Sean Mower.
It's a Sean mower.
So it's a hybrid.
A hybrid mower.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a kind of a look. Have we got anyone else to predict like MVPs?
I picked Jam.
Anyone else? The silence is telling me the answer's no.
I just came back.
Okay.
I made my vote. I said MLJ. One of those three.
Hello?
Matt Life and Jam. One of those three.
Welcome back, Spade.
It's voters.
So, given that that's the end of the custom tracks, like I said, it might make sense for us to take like a 5-minute break to get a few things
the word
sorted,
out.
to spread the link, to say, hey, look,
All these.
Stunky took an hour to debate RB. Please now look at regular tracks so that he can debate LL2 for an hour.
Yeah, get ready. Get your popcorn.
Do you want to think about a 5-minute break, or how long of a break do you want to take?
5 minutes is probably enough. It's just long enough for us to spread the link. I'll probably leave the call so that I can put the music on, and I'll rejoin the call in about 5 minutes.
Basically enough for me to eat my stew.
Just enough for people to kind of
That was
get
weak.
enough for people to get stuff sorted out.
Yeah.
So we've got this lovely graphic of me literally scribbled the words regular tracks will start soon with a few smiley faces. Not the most professional graphics, but there we go. We will be starting again with regular tracks in a few minutes. And I will be back. Hopefully I'll have stopped my rambling. So yeah.
I love that thing that you posted up there too.
Oh dear. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Alright.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her.
Feeling used, but I'm still missing you, and I can't see the end of this. Just wanna feel your kiss against my lips, and now all this time is passing by, but I still can't seem to tell you why. It hurts me every time I see you. Realize how much I need you. I'm only human, can't you see? Yeah, I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay, 'cause I got it. No, I'll never be like you. Never be like you.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you.
I love you. I miss you when I can't sleep. Right after coffee, right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat. Still got sand on my sweater from nights we don't remember. Do you miss me like I miss you? Fucked around and got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too. And I'm always tired, but never tired of you. Now I'm fucked up, and I'm missing you. Never be like you. If I pulled you on you, you wouldn't like that shit. I put this real out, but you wouldn't bite that shit. I type a text, but then I never mind that shit. I got these feelings, but you never mind that shit. Now I'm fucked up, and I'm missing you. Never be like you. I'm only human, can't you see? I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay, 'cause I got it. No, I'll never be like you. Never be like you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be her.
Hello? I'm here. We're all here. Yeah.
Every single day, you'll be my homie, and
Apparently they can't hear you. Hold on. Alright,
There
there
we
you go. 'cause
go.
they were saying- They thought I was talking to myself.
No!
I'm sorry I'm not talking to myself.
Sorry, Chloe is not talking to herself because I had the music on. I think I muted my mic or something in the settings without remembering to turn it back on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
This is gonna be Division
Right.
4.
Buenos dias.
Buenos
What
dias.
is-
Division Catra. Let's have a little look into what happened last week. Someone is saying let's do CTs again. Let's not say we did.
Oh, you're great. Let's start with RP.
No!
How
no,
about
no,
we
no.
say we did, but we don't?
Okay. Well,
So, EXO
Is KD there?
beat IO. I think he's there.
I'm here.
Okay.
Alright, there's Katie.
So, just a quick rundown on what happened last week. EXO beat IO by about 64 points. LL2 beat Aberration by quite a few. And Stunky has done 8 conditionals in 2 weeks. Hey. There is another person on conditionals now in the division, though, with Futile.
hey.
That's something interesting to discuss. We have Futile and Jas in the Reg Track Council now.
Hey.
Yeah, and Battle Alliance 2 unsurprisingly beat Aerial Alliance by quite a bit. I say unsurprisingly, I think we predicted AA to cause an upset, but when you saw how they played, it kind of made sense. So the first match we will be predicting is going to be Into Oblivion versus Aerial Alliance, and the community believe Aerial Alliance are going to win quite heavily.
I still don't know who's on that team.
You don't know, okay. What team are you confused on?
Wait, hold on. Never mind. I was thinking about Aberration for a second.
No, Aerial Alliance
Totally
is
different team.
Aerial Alliance is Futile, Erupt, I think.
Yeah, that is
that
there.
team.
Viraga, is that how you pronounce his name? Seek is their
Viraga.
bagger. Basically, one thing you can do is you can get the registry up, and when we mention Aberration, you can just list the players that are on the registry.
Yeah,
That's what I used to do last
what I'm about to
season.
do.
Before I kind of had the knowledge on a lot of the players, I just listed off the registry and said what I thought I'd known. But
I wish that would help me. I can list players, and I can list people that I know, and I still probably wouldn't be able to say anything about them.
Into Oblivion Aerial Alliance. Into Oblivion not won a match yet. They came quite close in both their matches, but it's a close but no cigar moment for them so far. Can they have it changed by Aerial Alliance? I am not too sure. Aerial Alliance are 1-1, beating Lost Legends 2 in a massive surprise upset. But unfortunately losing to Battle Alliance in week 2. One thing I would mention, and it's weird, but when I used to play IO or AA, a lot of them seem to be like interchanging clans, like they'd quite literally use both tags in their name. So I feel as if both these teams have kind of people that could have played for either team. I'm not sure if that actually is the case now, or if that was just a introductory phase, like buy one get one free, you get Into Oblivion, you get Aerial Alliance free. But you know, it could be a rivalry. It looks like it could certainly be a rivalry in Division 4 between two teams that people counted out really quickly. And Aerial Alliance have proven themselves. Can Into Oblivion, not too sure. Community doesn't think so. What are your opinions?
Wait a minute, what the hell? Hold up.
Hold up.
Why is
Hold on.
Futile on Condies?
Council.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was a little bit concerned for a second. Alright, at least that makes sense.
Council.
Looking at the different
Alright.
rosters, I would agree that Aerial Alliance is probably the stronger team. They do have Futile. Let's see, Erupt is pretty decent. Noob is also pretty decent. And then I'm looking at IO's team, and I only see, like, I don't recognize a lot of these names. Only probably Jay, Jose, and that's about it. So, just being the competitive side and seeing a lot of, like, people, it looks like I do know a lot more people in NA than IO. I haven't really heard of a lot of IO.
Let's quickly remind ourselves of some of the IO players that people might not kind of recognise, but they have been around some time. Toxic, he was in Multiverse last season. He is a kind of player who can score, but can choke. I think last week when they lost to Battle Alliance, he gave a very bold performance. He did kind of show why he was kind of in the team. Or sorry, that was the week before. No, I'm on about EXO. I'm on about IO versus EXO. I do apologise. But I believe Toxic did score quite well when he was playing. He scored 102, in fact, against EXO. Which kind of shows he can be a surprise player if he does play. But sometimes he does flop. And I think that's the case with a few of the IO players that we know. You know, Jose can be very good. Doesn't always perform. Toxic, the exact same. And, you know, it's kind of down to battle of the baggers, and at the same time, you know, can some of these people that we're not too sure on the kind of ability of, can they shine through?
Pretty fair point.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
I
Aerial Alliance.
I legit know nobody playing in D4.
Given
Yeah, I can't really offer a lot for this competition.
I know Toxic is pretty decent. I've seen him score high consistently in some wars. Like the few wars I played for MT when I was in MT. I think I'm still there in the chat somehow. But yeah. And I've seen Jay. I see some of his videos. His lines aren't too bad. His item usage is a little poor. But yeah, just little things.
Given that we don't know too much about these teams, or not many of us know any of the players, do we want to go to predict the winner and the MVP?
Yeah, I think instead of like we want to ramble on and like stall longer than we have to, so I think we should just continue and move on.
Okay, Futile's going to MVP, and I think Aerial Alliance will probably win. Into Oblivion
Yeah, I
could
could
get
go
a bonus point though if they pull out Toxic and he does as well as he did last week.
Yeah, same
I agree
thing.
with that as
Futile,
well.
bonus point all the way.
Same.
Same.
I'm gonna give it to Aerial Alliance, but I'm gonna actually give the MVP to Jose if he can actually do pretty decent.
Yeah,
So-
they could come through.
My boy Josie.
It's either between Jose or Futile, but I'm gonna give it Futile. Alright. Any final comments, or should we move on?
Move on.
Alright, let's
Explorers
move
of
on.
Time versus Lost Legends 2.
Alright guys, get your popcorn.
Get
And
your
your soda.
popcorn. It's
And your soda
time
and
for
your bag
Stunky
of
to
Doritos.
talk about his own team. No, I'm gonna try and cut it short if possible.
What's your time
Possible.
limit?
Let's give me a time limit. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me
No
get
more-
a stopwatch open. Like,
Okay.
really quick.
No more
5
than
minutes
10
max.
I give it 7 minutes.
I'll give you 10. That's it.
Is this a
Yeah, 10
prediction
minutes.
on how long it will take for me to say what LL2 currently feel?
Yeah.
Great.
Alright, 40
Fantastic.
minutes after. 40 minutes after.
Okay.
Hold on.
You're still trying to get a timer.
I gotta download the app. Hold on.
No.
I got it.
Okay.
Alright, and begin.
Okay, so last week we saw EXO beat Into Oblivion. The week before they beat Aberration, but it was, like we said last time, a match where it was 4v5 a lot of the time. We weren't too sure if EXO could hold on. From what we've seen, they have Twonk as a bagger, I believe. They do seem to favour no overlap. I presume Twonk hasn't played much bagging, just simply from the fact that they do choose no overlap. Normally, or last season, they picked overlap and they picked like suicide bagging literally every war. But that was when they had people that were confident in bagging, you know, nearly every single week as possible players. Lost Legends 2 nearly lost me to Lost Legends 1. We'll probably get to that a bit more when we discuss their match. But sorry. I think Lost Legends 2 are going to be in a bit of trouble this week. We don't have Jax. Let's put it simply. We don't have Jax. They don't.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Hello.
Donkey. According to Savvy, she is EXO's bagger.
She's EXO's bagger this week. Okay. But they're not going to have Sweep. We're not going to have Jax. So
Jax can loss.
Rumor has it it's going to be Stunky versus Sabby at the back. And
Does
classic.
not have a bag. What? Fact. Wow, man.
I'm not sure what kind of bagging style they'll be picking. I still presume no overlap just because they seem to have picked it before, but again, we can't tell. The lineup for LL2, we don't know because until yesterday we didn't even know I was still going to be in the team due to the bagging difficulties LL1 had. But yeah, I think it's going to be a rather even match. I wouldn't even say it was as far as the community vote 6-9. I would say, you know, this could be the kind of match that ends up in a tie. This could be Explorers of Time versus Unbroken last season. You know, just final race. Yoshi falls, the bagger. Stunky goes forwards. It's a tie. But
And
yeah,
the crowd goes wild.
and the crowd goes wild because
Every move on to the next match.
because Stunky gets a fucking tie, and that means that EXO get first seed in the team or whatever. But yeah, I think LL2 are going to have a bit of trouble given that we don't have Jax. But at the same time, both teams kind of lack a bit of diversity, and I feel that LL2 might have a few more people that they can rely on, like Blake, Miller, certain magical spades in the chat, KP, Mia's bagger, Kirigaya as a possible bagger. But yeah, that's enough from me. And that didn't take 10 minutes.
Shut up!
Yeah,
4 minutes.
4 minutes, not
Yes! Yes!
Your prize is in the mail.
Okay, let's
Fucking
not
Christmas already.
let's not waste too much longer in this match. Let's give a bit of a
Well,
let's have,
my boy. Oh, never mind. I
I
was
think
about to say my boy Twingy, but he's not playing, so.
should we just go to predicting the MVP and the
Yeah.
winner? Just because
Yeah.
I literally took 5 minutes.
Yep.
I can't help myself when I get in a ramble.
That's no one's fault. Alright, I'm gonna actually, hold on. Let me
I'm looking up the roster as well.
I gotta examine rosters and then judge everybody. And
want
probably, then probably
So-
predict legit every person on their team. Yeah, but-
The first thing I joined call, I hear Tom. Okay, bagging.
Bagging.
Okay.
I think my opinion is that Explorers of Time will win and MVP could be Sue.
He's not playing.
She
That's
wasn't
why.
playing.
That's why it's
Oh.
a tight match because neither
Okay.
team has their first choice runner.
I'm a dummy. Yeah, I'm a dummy. Okay, come back to me.
Alright. I think
Is it-
Lost Legends 2 is gonna win. Wait, are you guys using Blake and Miller?
Yeah, and we probably will
Alright,
use
I'm gonna predict
Foster.
either Blake or Miller runs VP.
yeah,
We
Blake's
might
good,
use
yeah.
Foster. Foster's a possible
But yeah,
shout.
Foster could MVP too.
KP can also MVP if you want to call everyone that runs in the team.
No, I'm not gonna predict.
No!
Sorry.
Sorry, KP. You didn't give everyone their prizes, and you're not getting the prize of being predicted MVP.
If
So-
he's not biting me, which is a big.
Give me my prize. But no. I
Yo,
think.
can I make a prediction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think LL2 will win, and I have no idea who's gonna MVP.
Alright.
I'd
Big
say-
Swamp.
Oh, Sabby's gonna MVP. Okay.
Sabi's
Yeah.
bagger.
Nice.
Oh, she's MVP.
MVP. Yeah.
That
Oh,
doesn't necessarily mean you
Sorry,
score the most points.
most valuable player is Sabi. So are we suggesting that EXO needs shocks? Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
Oh,
That's painful.
No. Hold on. You get the shock, you use it. You don't get the shock, you front run. I mean, you get the shock and you front run. That works as well, dude.
Okay, let's remember the bagging battle is Sabi versus Stunky. So you are predicting Sabi to completely get 1,000,000 shocks and win.
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
got-
I don't know.
I'd be proud of her if she did.
I'll be
It
honest.
could be quite close.
I
I'll be
haven't
proud of you.
practiced. I haven't practiced the whole week for bagging because again I thought I was meant to be a runner in LL2 and I've literally been picked as the bagger 3 weeks running.
Oh, nice.
Well, you know what they say. Bagging is legit the most
All
important role.
all bottom division players that can't score above 10 in a war get the bagger roll.
Why is you? not
Stunk,
bagging?
yeah,
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
it's all good. I predict you to MVP, Stunky.
Okay, yeah, that's not happening.
Any final comments for this?
No.
Sorry, sorry.
No.
Pause it.
Let's move on to
We got
another
through
move.
the game and it didn't take an hour.
I think I'm just gonna predict LL2 to win.
I'll play
I don't know the MVP. Is Days playing for EXO?
he might
Is
be.
he? I think so, because I asked him to transfer over. I think he is transferring EXO. Yes, he
Pick
is
Spade to
registered
be
for
the
them.
MVP.
So
Then probably Days. His Days are fucking.
I'll give it to Days.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay. So we have Battle Alliance 2 and Integration.
And Aaron doesn't know who's in Aberration, so let's read the roster.
I know now. I'm looking at the
We're
roster.
looking at the roster. So Quinton, Azuma, Mui, Eric, Shamron, Cloud, Swerve, Tsuyu, Durag, Casper, Comet, Ryan S, and Sky. It's quite a strong
More
roster.
people I've heard of.
People you know these people. Good. The good thing is that's quite a strong team if they can get the right players. The bad
My
thing
voice-
is they didn't get the right players last week and lost by 100 and something.
Did they not use Shamron?
Let me get who they used against, surprise, surprise, LL2.
I don't know.
They used Quinton, Casper, Shamron, Comet, and Azuma. Azuma was the bagger, of course.
Did Shamron MVP?
No, he scored 66.
He let me down.
LL2 got top 4 overall, and in the bagging battle, I
Oh.
got 7 to Azuma's 5.
Ouch.
And that's points, not shocks. Just before people go, you got 7 shocks? That's not good.
That's not good enough. Only 7.
I'm pretty sure I probably got more, but we had multiple shocks a race, quite a lot of the races, because it was a case where a lot of the time we were calling like early shocks, and I'd just pull it right at the end of the 3rd lap, or Azuma would just have to hold it because he couldn't use it for his team. Hopefully Azuma is a bit less careless because last week he did obtain a penalty for quite literally driving under a truck and while he was flat, completely destroying Foster's wheelie. So, hoping that doesn't happen this week. They are going up against Battle Alliance 2, of course, a team that nearly everyone is predicting to win the match. They did beat Aerial Alliance by quite a lot last week, but again, can we guarantee that they'll get their best lineup? The same as the CTs? I'm not too sure. They could get Max, Astro, Rookie, Hikaru, Solar, Alex maybe. But at the same time, they could very easily get a lineup that's not so good or that doesn't perform as well. It's not the same as BA1 where you can guarantee they'll always manage to be at like 100% chemistry, they'll never give up. These aren't the same players. And some people might find it hard to distinguish that Battle Alliance 2 do have a few flaws in their team. It's just waiting to see if another team can kind of find them. I'm not sure Aberration is the kind of team to find them, but you never know.
You never know.
We've seen so many upsets already in this division that...
Especially when it comes to MVP, Shamrock.
Yeah. 66.
66. I raised you better than that. Anyways.
With AR already using Shamron and Quentin in the same lineup last week, and I have been informed of BA2's probable lineup for this week.
I've seen it. It doesn't look that strong.
Wait, what? What?
BA's
lineup leaked?
Yeah, I know their lineup. You want to know it, Aaron?
Oh, hell yeah.
Rookie, Vaps,
Right.
Tyler, Alex, and Mao.
Lay it on me.
Rookie,
I know.
Vaps, Realm, Alex, and Marine.
Oh, it's over.
That's the exact same lineup I just said.
I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
Oh, it's over. Alright. BA2 is going to win, without a doubt. And Realm's going to MVP because he has to MVP T4.
What if Rookie MVPs instead? What are you going to do?
What if the mighty Azuma outbags them? Anything can happen in CT CSL Div 4. Come on, Azuma.
CT CSL Div 4.
Sorry, CSL Div 4. CTs don't have 4 divs. Azuma could outbag Battle Alliance 2. We don't know. We haven't seen these teams for long enough to kind of know who the dominant baggers are. We haven't really seen Azuma much at all, other than the 2 matches this season.
It's definitely possible. Azuma has experience.
He does, yeah. I think we should maybe look towards predicting MVPs and moving on.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
predicting Realm, he's going to score 120 because he has to. Or he's gonna MVP
Predicting
T4.
Realm.
If he doesn't get 120, he's not MVP in D4. He has to keep up with Jax.
Actually predicting Quentin, because he can do really good sometimes, but if Quentin chokes, I'm going to go with Realm.
Realm.
Realm and BA2.
I'm going to go with Battle Alliance 2, and I'm going to go with Rookie, so Luke cringes.
You do. I swear you did that last week as well.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it.
So
Unless Rookie's put into a lineup without any chemistry whatsoever, then I'm just going to be like, okay, Luke is correct.
let me quickly drag in the graphic for this. Let me.
We're moving on? Jesus Christ, that's
Moving on, Div 3. Not as long as it took last time, so.
15 minutes to an hour? Not bad.
Christmas incoming. Christmas
Alright.
incoming.
Before we actually discuss any of these teams, let's discuss the dropping of another extreme element, just so that people know why they're in a bracket. Pretty much, Dante said, "No, I'm banned. I signed us up so I could play. I'm quitting," and dropped the clan. And then the day after, he got unbanned from the site, and now he looks like an idiot. And Chloe's Bang Out has subbed them.
Oh,
Woo.
yeah.
Alright, well,
Wait, he got unbanned?
Apparently,
Oh my
he got
God.
unbanned literally the day after.
how you
That's...
not-
that-
That's unfortunate. I feel bad now, but
Dante is holding up that L as we speak.
Let me quickly check.
It's just getting.
Let me quickly check the stream. I think my internet kind of dipped for a second, so I want to make sure that the stream's still up. It only kind of went down about 10 seconds ago, but I just want to make sure we're not talking to ourselves like we were a few weeks ago in one of the streams where we went for like 10 minutes to ourselves.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure that
Like we've done a whole
Oh,
division
right.
to ourselves. Okay, yeah, we can still see.
Cool.
So yeah, we can continue about the fact
One
that
detail about Axe was I heard that Dante dropped them without like the members even
yeah.
consenting to it.
yeah. We had that little debate discussion in the CSL chat because there's some issues with some Max members.
In transfers, yeah.
My
AXE.
Discord has just messed up.
They're not playing Veil? Oh, wait, you're just fine.
Basically, the lesson to be learned from this is you're supposed to wait and see what happens. Don't just be like, "Oh, I'm banned. It's over. Fuck this."
he
I'm
got
dropping my
unbanned the
team."
day after.
It's
You don't see
like,
me dropping teams to get put on ban list. No way.
It's
It
like-
doesn't happen yet.
the consequence of impatience is that's a good example of it right there.
And the thing is, now he could be punished next season for dropping. You know, he could be punished for seasons to come in terms of if he submits another team. You know, we're going to look at it and go, that might be unreliable. What if Dante does this again? And it could cost them for seasons to come, because we do look at who drops to see who should play and what teams don't deserve to play.
Mm-hmm.
And this one act of stupidity where Dante dropped his team literally hours before getting unbanned could cost Dante from being able to play for quite some time.
Yeah, at the very least, a whole season.
Let's have a quick look at how last week's matches went. I think we've probably covered Dante and made him look a bit foolish for long enough, so...
Yeah, that's enough.
My Discord is acting weird, so I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
I don't feel like roasting anybody right now.
Lost Legends beat Sedation. I won't be discussing much about Lost Legends once you're safe. Geek for Life beat God's Team. And Unbroken beat another Extreme No Conditionals.
No conditionals.
No conditionals.
Yay.
But that penalty was revoked due to the Chloe's bang out substitution. They're going to have to try banging out some points, and I'm sure
use of
they'll.
that word.
We've got to try and try and make it a meme. We have to try making all of these teams have some form of meme-y way to say them, but they're going to be.
I mean, Chloe's bang out is meme enough.
You're going to be banging out some points.
Banging out
that's
those
just-
shocks.
That's just crazy.
Yo, can I transfer to CH?
Yeah.
Transfer to Chloe's
Hey,
bang out.
Maybe CH has a chance.
Yeah. Vale's about to bang
Well,
over
actually,
the
we're getting some upper division players down to CH. We were having
Oh,
No,
Katie's gonna
No,
flip
no
it.
transfers. Cancel it now. Go. Don't approve. Don't approve. Oh, wait, I'll play D3. Never mind. I don't give a shit.
But, I mean, people seem to be counting Chloe's bang out from what I've seen in a few of the posts.
What, have you seen that roster?
I mean, to be frank, we do have a lot of baggers. CH was originally supposed to be a place where anybody who wanted a chance to play and run, instead of the baggers, they can actually run and play. But then we're expecting to be Division 4, but the fact that we're Division 3 is when I'm having a few stronger runners come in and help us out.
AKA, this game is a meme.
This game
We're
is...
letting this happen.
Okay, but let's just kind of have a look at the Chloe's Bang Out roster. Certainly a strong roster in comparison to what people seem to have been predicting. I know quite a few people were looking at Chloe's Bang Out earlier this season and thinking, you know, back when you were called Paragon, they were looking to put you like obvious Division 4. And looking at your roster, you could play very well in Division 3, given that you now have Inviso, you now have Gale, you have Trevor.
We don't have Gale.
You don't have Gale.
Silvio. That's Silvio.
That's not
That's
Gale.
Silvio.
That's Silvio. Sorry, I saw Bubbles and got very confused.
Yeah.
And Trevor.
And then we have me. I'm an MVP, you know?
And my boy Barb.
You've got your boy Trevor Rhubarb.
Yo, I'm gonna put PR in Division 1, man. What are you on about?
You've got your main.
Yeah, can we like sub out?
You've got the mighty.
Put them in D1.
And then our lineup this week is going to be pretty strong. We're having a few players come in. We already have 8 people who are willing to play. Like, everybody's excited.
Yeah, so am I.
She's gonna be playing with
I literally
Chloe's
can't hold in
Bang
my
Out.
excitement right now.
Let's just say we bring out the rhubarb this Sunday. Rhubarb special.
Bringing out the
Oh
rhubarb.
no! Please don't say those words in a sentence ever
Oh.
again. No matter what context it's in.
Whoa! Dude,
Bringing
here
out the
goes
rhubarb.
Chef Rhubarb. Freaking.
Alright,
making.
let's.
I don't know.
Do you guys want to get started on the matches? Sedation versus Geek for Life?
Yeah, let's do that before we
Yes.
start memeing
Yeah, let's
about
get that.
Chloe's Bang Out.
Alright, so Sedation is about to sedate Geek for Life.
No, can we start doing memes? I'm sorry for trying.
Seven's getting sedation all by himself.
And yeah, let's look at how Sedation did last week. They lost. Geek for Life won. That pretty much summarizes how they played. Geek for Life won by 52. Sedation lost by 47. There's quite a few things that we could discuss, but I think the fact that Geek for Life beat God's Team surprised a few people. Given that God's Team looked like they had a few talented players like Jumpian, Royal and Matt. Didn't come out so well for God's Team last week. We saw Nico and Boards score big points last week, and you know, will we be seeing them score big points against Sedation?
I was legit looking at the wrong team. I was legit looking at like FU, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they so good?
Why is Bass in the team?
Yeah, exactly. What's going on here?
Why is CCWT?
Bro, I don't understand.
Stay on topic.
Okay, anyways.
Peak.
Nico dropped big points. Ward dropped big points. That's what I like to see. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, Sedation, where's Geek for Life's roster?
Geek for Life's roster. Let's list a few of them once I can get to them on the registry. Thank God. They've got Sasa, Nico, Ixaudi, Spud, Seike, Xenon, Apollo, Manon, the King with the 1 in his name, Giu, Chroma, Kazam, and Boards. We saw Boards give massive performances last week. He's certainly one to look for.
I don't know who, I don't know who any of these people are. I know Exodi. If I can remember or recall, he is quite a good racer. I don't know the rest of them.
Compared to Nico and Boards, though.
Oh yeah, I haven't raced him, so I don't quite know. As for Sedation, they do have Trippy, Sam, who's also quite good.
Yeah, Sedation have Trippy, they have Alvin, they have Simon, they have Carito, they have a few other players. It's
And
quite a
Leo.
small
Leo's
roster.
a good
They do have Leo. It's strange because they have a kind of roster that could do so well, but it's like their CTs, you know, can the chemistry of this team come through, or will they get beaten by Geek for Life, who do have a lot of chemistry together? They do play actively. You know, I see them worldwide with each other. It's, you know, that kind of practice. It's not even just warring 24/7. It's learning how to use items like in massive rooms, in smaller rooms. It's quite important to note how much practice they do and how much chemistry they may have in comparison to Sedation.
I think this will be quite a close match. Sedation and Geek for Life. Is there anything else anybody else wants to say? Any comments?
No, I think we can get to predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
I don't need to go anymore, so I can speak about G1 later.
Good.
Okay.
Mr. Oh, I'm going to bed.
So
Oh, I wasn't going to bed. Going to eat. But okay. Alright, continue. Sorry.
That's fine. As for like the team winning, I'd probably have to say Sedation as well. MVP, probably Trippy. Between Trippy and yeah, it's between him and I forgot the other name that we were just talking
Alvin.
about. Yeah.
Alright. The entire team.
Yeah, you can predict the entire team.
But I'm not gonna break the entire team. I just wanted to rudely interrupt everybody again.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick either Alvin or Borge and Nico, because they're both really good, and Alvin's got MKW. So as I see in like I'm looking at the two sedation matches where Alvin carried the team both times.
And which team are you choosing to win, Eric?
Hey, I didn't get that far yet. Okay. Jeez.
Okay.
I'm gonna say sedation.
Sedation.
Probably.
I'm gonna be very accurate, okay? Sedation's gonna win, Elvin's gonna MVP with 106 points.
Okay. I reckon Geek for Life is going to win, and Boards will MVP with 120 points.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Sedation winning, and Alvin's gonna get 112.
Oh, we're guessing points now? Alright, Alvin's gonna get 133.
I'm not gonna guess points.
Okay. Have we got anyone else to predict?
I'm done.
It seems like you left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lost Legends versus Unbroken is going to be the next match.
Here we go, guys. The match that Bobby keeps bugging me about.
Yeah, Bobby will keep bugging you because they picked him as LL1 bagger to replace Maria because Maria left. And
I don't blame her.
Again?
maybe. She transferred to free agents, and instead of sacrificing Division 4 and giving us no bagger by getting me up to D3, they've decided to put their faith in Bobby to play against Jazz.
I have faith in Bobby.
You have faith in Bobby. Okay, good.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have enough faith where the community have voted 12-1?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, if it's 12-1, it's not because of Bobby. Yeah, maybe if it was like 6-7, or 7-6, then they're probably believing in Bobby. But 12-1, they're believing in everybody else.
So,
and, Tricks and Stikes. Pretty much everyone else.
give us the Jonah.
Oh yeah, Jonah. He's there too.
Give us the
Oh,
Jonah.
wow.
Jonah's there.
Unbroken, on the other hand, also have some good players.
They have Derek.
Derek left, Varave left,
Yeah,
don't.
Derek left.
They're back.
And they're back!
And does anybody know how to leave a clan for more than 5 minutes?
I do.
Oh, dude, try leaving UT for 5 minutes. See what happens.
I wouldn't get added back.
So who else? Okay, so Derek, Byron, who else? I forgot to get a third one.
Cody or something.
Cody.
Cody.
Crash, Katie.
Crash refuses to play with Zire, so
Jazz.
Ouch. I don't blame him either.
Ooh.
Owie.
Let's
Yeah.
shout, let's shout Jazz down the mic because he will completely outbag Bobby.
Oh,
Sorry.
he probably. Who knows? Going
No,
away against him.
no.
Bagging takes no.
Do you
Bagging
guys
takes
know-
no skill. You can get it in ninth.
Do you guys
Go
know-
away. You're
Real
talking
question,
to
are you guys
baggers.
trolling or suiciding?
It's
Yeah,
probably
so
gonna be. It's probably gonna be suiciding.
Suiciding? Okay.
You know, I would love to see trolling in the lower divisions because I think
but no-
already
I
has
love
happened.
You
I
saw
love
Yeah,
trolling
it happened.
last season. There was a load of trolling wars.
I like trolling. You can expect to play trolling with CH.
Unbroken's already done 2 trolling wars.
wait, CH loves trolling. Okay, you know what? I'm
I
gonna
like
join CH.
trolling wars. I don't know if
I'm joining CH. I'm joining
I
CH.
like-
I love trolling
I love
wars, but it's the fact
Bill's
that
gonna MVP D3.
I'm never in a team that likes trolling. So when I go, do you want
Yo.
trolling? They go, do you want to just go back? Like, no.
No.
People get scared with the idea of trolling, but I like it.
Dude, if I'm in a division, if I'm playing a trolling league, I'm a legit MVP, like without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I'm gonna be
Yeah, you
untouchable.
will.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unfair.
Alright, I guess that's about it for L versus you. Not much to say, really.
We didn't even talk about the match.
Unbroken will win. Jazz,
Quite
Ja-
frankly,
Jazz will be the most
LL
valuable player.
I don't even know a lineup, so I'm just gonna predict that Trix and Sykes are playing, and they're gonna both 120 again.
I'm
Yeah, like. What was that?
I'm gonna say Jazz will probably cause the biggest impact in the two teams, so he's my MVP. And Unbroken will probably win, but it won't be by too much.
I still don't know Unbroken lineup.
It'll be good.
Katie has not.
It'll be good.
Katie hasn't leaked it yet.
I'm gonna go with LL just for the fact that they do have Trix and Sykes, if they are indeed playing, and Jonah. Even if Bobby does get outbagged, it's better to have stronger runners that are up there and can keep up there, because you can always,
the
like...
Bolt
out-
does a lot. The Bolt
Well,
does a lot.
Yeah, but if all your players are in bottom spots and you guys can't get up there after dodging, then what is that going to do? So I'm going to go with LL and probably predict either Trix or Sykes to MVP.
Okay. I would say LL's gonna win, and if Derek plays, he's gonna MVP. If Derek does not play, I'd say Trix.
Alright.
And
Katie,
Katie's
do you
gonna
want to
keep.
talk about... Yeah, I don't think Katie's going to talk. Katie?
It's gonna be biased as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you
Unbroken's
good.
gonna win because Jazz is the real MVP.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm gonna win
And
by 1,000, but sure.
no, we're not gonna win by 1,000. We're gonna win by approximately 6.9721836.
Round that up at 7. So someone's gonna DC.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. And Derek's gonna MVP with approximately 123.
Alright, is there any final comments or predictions for LL versus Unbroken?
No.
Alright, you guys ready to move on?
Yes.
Yes. Alright. We have God's team versus Chloe's Bang Out. You guys can talk. I'm not going to say much for this.
Um.
I will say that I am bagging tomorrow. I know, like, our lineup. I am bagging tomorrow. I'm not sure who their bagger is. Yeah, I am bagging.
I can probably tell you right now. It's probably gonna be Gisco. Probably.
Oh, Sasta is gonna drive backwards, right?
We're not even playing tomorrow, we're playing Sunday.
Wrong clan.
My bad.
Wrong clan. Sasa's G4L,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Rip.
Alright. Okay. Shit.
Yeah, we're actually not playing tomorrow, we're playing Sunday. there were some complications. The awkward silence.
Awkward silence. God's team will have come off of their loss versus Geeks for Life. Again, it was quite a surprise for some people. Quite a few people thought God's team had the people that could have upset Geek for Life, but didn't end up happening. I'm not sure we can really count God's team out in any regard for being a potential team to make it to the playoffs, given how close these matches have been. My main concern for Chloe's Bang Out is the fact that this will be their first match, and quite a few of the other teams have played some matches already. So it's kind of just being, can Chloe's Bang Out get in the groove of CSL? You know, can they hit the ground running, or will they have a bit of a spluttering start?
I will say it is first time for a few of our members ever participating in CSL, and then starting late on top of it, going in 0-2. It's kind of like difficult. And I will admit, getting a lineup, like, it took quite a bit to get a lineup set up because there was some complications and people who could be able to play and who couldn't be able to play. We were finally able to get a solid lineup for Sunday. So, did you guys want to do a prediction for God's team versus Chloe's Bang Out?
I think that's what this stream's about.
It's hard to predict when I've not seen Chloe's Bang Out play.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just judge players.
I reckon it's going to be a close match. I am not... This is the thing, because Chloe's Bang Out have got players that have never played before, it's not possible for me to just go, I think Chloe's Bang Out's going to win, or I think God's team's going to win, because you never know how some of these players play. Like, this is something some people don't get before until they play CSL. You can be the best person in the game, but the moment you touch CSL, you can suddenly be the worst person in your team. You know, league play is different. You know, it's a lot more kind of try hard, down to the point, and I'm not sure some of these people are going to be ready for that, but I'm not going to be able to predict a real result. It will be close though.
That's the league lineup.
Chloe's on a bleak BRB. Hold on. Putting in stream chat. Everybody must know. Exposed. Only on Keemstar.
No.
I already copied it, so I mean.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, and Jade's also a sub as well. Jade can also sub. Jade MVP.
I don't think a sub would be needed unless like Trevor can't make it.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
Trevor
gonna
is
lie. Looking at this lineup, I played with N versus Lumi. He's actually pretty good. Same with Barb. I haven't played with Xenia in like 2 years, 3 years probably. And Fear, I heard Fear has been TTing like a lot to get better since like he can't join like a single clan to save his life, or God knows why.
Yes, and maybe subbing in either Inviso or Bouchy to play for me and have Rush Bag. We're still deciding on who's going to bag and who I should sub in.
I wouldn't have Rush Bag.
No.
I think you bagging is just fine. I've seen Rush's lines. They're really not that bad.
Yeah, and also depends on the gameplay. We don't know what the game. He says he'll tell us the game like type of style of match right when the room is open. So we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. And I know a lot of the members do not like trolling, and I personally love trolling. So it should be interesting how things play out.
Don't like trolling, Chloe. It's because they're the ones getting trolled.
It's still fun.
It's because you're the one trolling people.
Well, dude, you need 2 people to win a trolling match. It's me and Neck. That's it. Literally.
All right. So, any final comments about like CH versus G7 or just the division in general, or can we move on?
Good luck, CH.
Good luck,
I think
CH.
I'll give the win. I think I'll give the win to CH. And what's your lineup?
Our lineup.
I posted
Yeah.
it already.
Our lineup is Trevor, Xenia, Rush, Gumi, and I, and the subs are Coyote, Poison, Fauci, and or Jade.
I'm gonna give the MVP to Trevor. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna
And
say
if
what. I think
we're
all
gonna
MVP.
go with points. We're gonna go with points. Let's give Trevor a solid 135.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna predict either Trevor, Royal, or Trophy MVP,
Mhm.
and one of those three are gonna score 110.
For the MVP, I'm gonna give it to myself.
That is not biased at all whatsoever.
All right, on to the real prediction.
I'm just joking. I'm not gonna vote on this. It'd just be biased. I'm not gonna say anything. Is there anything else, or do you want to move on to Division 2?
I vote for CH's gonna win. Trevor's gonna score the most points. Chloe's gonna MVP. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Chloe is going to be the biggest point scorer and the biggest shock scorer for Chloe's bang out.
What the hell?
Hey. I'll bang everybody with the shock.
Oh God. Let's
Let's move on. Let's
and
move on.
and given that we've taken 2 hours so far, let's move on to D2.
Yay! The ones that people actually care about.
Be quiet.
Post the graphic.
Oh
Yeah, get
God.
the graphic going.
Sorry, I'm having to schedule a meeting with CS or MK board staff at the same time as I'm scheduling this. Good. There we go.
Oh wow.
So we have Division 2 Bullet Bill.
Bullet Bill.
KG Bullet.
Let's not remind ourselves about KG Bullet.
He was
Look
a
at
good
these
guy.
votes, though.
Look at these votes. They're very
Yeah.
Oh my
favorable.
god.
Not
Definitely
close at
favorable.
all.
Okay, I understand Avail, and I kind of understand Wallywogs too.
Mm-hmm.
People are just being a bit mean, aren't they?
Yeah.
People are very, very towards favorable teams.
They're not like me, because I'd have picked the people that haven't got as many votes in these matches.
I haven't voted at all. I wonder who those two votes for you.
I don't normally vote. I normally just leave it until prediction stream so that people don't go, oh, well, you predicted this in the actual stream, but you said you'd predict this on your actual thread post. Because it's very easy to just get mixed up or have a change, and suddenly your vote doesn't actually give the same reaction. But let's get on to discuss what happened last week, as we did see Wallywogs winning by about 8 points.
Because, actually, I can't say anything about that.
Don't call anything on the lag penalties.
I'm not going to call out
Please,
anyone. for
Please
saying
don't.
anything.
We don't want a rambly debate. Zoltanites beat Avail by a 96.
Did
94.
Avail use Zoe?
94. Avail used Zoan. Zoan got 86.
Did he carry the team?
ZT got top 4 overall, and their bagger got 9th.
Ooh, ouch.
So
This
it's
changes like everything.
yeah. I can understand why Zoltanite given the win prediction.
Okay. Okay, now it makes sense. But that's not what we're talking.
But let's very, very quickly just say that Battle Alliance lost to Energy by 88. And unfortunately for Mr. Aaron over here, Untouchables did lose to Wallywogs 2 by either 8 or 2, depending on what penalty we count. But let's not debate. Let's just look at Wallywogs 2 versus Battle Alliance. Again, a lot of these votes are one-sided from the community, so let's discuss why we think Wollywogs 2 is probably the community's best pick here.
Because they shouldn't be D2.
Good.
Twins leg is legit overpowered.
They've just played a lot together, Wollywogs too. Like they are really close friends. They do have that strong chemistry. And as we were talking about earlier, chemistry is really important when it comes to like a team. And you've seen Wollywogs perform greatly. Like this, Wollywogs 2, gotta be specific, perform really well against other teams. So I'm gonna give it to Wollywogs as well. I think they can really come through against BA.
If I'm most coming on Wollywogs too, compared to Season 6, they have stacked the hell out of their roster.
Yeah.
Who has?
Wollywogs too.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you recruit Ruby and
What's up,
Sean.
Ruby?
And Larry. Larry transferred down to WZ2. That's a big plus for them as well.
And then, you know, the other half the people there don't even play like, at all.
Okay. Let's discuss a bit about Battle Alliance before we kind of just get too involved in Wollywogs 2. Battle Alliance, a capable team, but last week I don't think it went the greatest for them. They did lose to Energy.
Well, yeah, it's pretty bad when you troll and then they still get top 3-5.
Yeah,
Like,
it
What's
is
the
quite
people
bad.
trolling? So unnecessary.
No, it's not. Baggers like it. Runners might
There's
not.
no need to
Runners
troll.
hate trolling. Well, they never used to. A lot of teams used to like trolling, but I guess the meta game's become more of a here, have some lines instead of here, have a man in a star trying to smash you off the track.
It's so funny.
It is.
I love seeing people just get mad and just like fall off and just get like I guess screwed over. It's funny. I don't know. I have a weird sense of humor.
The thing though about bagging is when you're going back for like week in, week out, it is funny and it does add a bit more of a bit like entertainment to the job if you do have the task of killing other people's races. It adds a bit of excitement because you know you can actually cost the team or cost your opponents quite a few points just by sitting on the line near the end of the race and smashing them off.
Exactly. Like the other team could be like top 3, top 4, and you could just completely just destroy them and help your team get up there. That's why I like trolling. It's not like the end of the game. Like you can have a chance of catching up if your troller's good. That is.
But let's stay on topic. I think we've
Yeah. Sorry about that.
probably gone a bit too far with trolling.
I legit didn't even know what clan we were talking about anymore.
Battle Alliance and the fact that they trolled but didn't do well with it.
Oh.
Are we just going to say Wollywogs 2 are going to win, or are we giving a bit of faith on an underdog here?
I mean,
Wollywogs 2 are too stacked for me to have open an upset.
as usual.
Like that's just it.
And especially when you have Kayla with triple shrooms in 5th, the triple shrooms in 4th. That's a lot.
With that lag, that's a win.
When's Kayla making BS2?
When's Kayla, mate? I got first in the BS1 video. I was the Waluigi that dodged in a bill.
You're
Anyway,
a
back to the topic of Wollywogs 2 Battle Alliance and the fact that we probably don't think Battle Alliance can win. Could it be close?
I don't think it's not that they can't win. Yeah, it's not that they can't win. It's that we just don't think they can.
We don't think they will. Could it be close?
I mean,
is the question.
yeah, it could be. It could be close. If they use like the same amount they used like last week.
I will say this: it will be under 100 for sure.
Unless there's a troll.
I don't think it's going to be under 50.
I don't think it's.
Oh
gonna
no!
Be, oh wait. I think it's going to be under. I think it's going to be under 50.
Are we going to give a
You think it'll be
specific
under
number?
50?
Are we going to do specific numbers?
If you think it's going to be under 50, I'll go with the 40, 46.
I'm going to go with 74.
Oh. Alright. 42.
Is Vale here to give his opinion?
Probably not.
Well, okay. Your opinion.
Yes, you are.
Wollywogs 2 Battle Alliance. Give a prediction on who's going to win and how much by roughly. Pick an even number.
Well,
Please.
Wollywogs is why can't I account for disconnections, dude?
Pick an even number, please.
Because we imagine that everybody has good net.
We
Okay,
imagine that room stability
that-
is always on.
That
Very
is
good.
not possible. Everyone has good net. Please kill yourself. Like, okay, I'm
Please,
kidding.
you're talking to number one
well,
lagger.
Yes.
But Mac's not here.
Alright.
Nack's not here.
Wollywogs 2 is gonna win. Ruby's gonna MVP because please don't disappoint me again, Ruby. By the way, I'm gonna kill you. And they're gonna win by 78.
Oh, very close to my
Thanks,
prediction.
You also said 70.
I might have. I can't remember. I said 70
You said
something.
74. You said 74.
There we go.
That's might as well be 70.
I'm gonna say roughly the same. Wollywogs 2, and I would say anything above like 50. They probably win by 50 to like 70. Nothing specific.
Nice.
Alright, any final comments for Wollywogs 2 versus Battle Alliance?
Go Ruby!
Go Ruby.
Mag was win.
Make
Yeah,
sure
go.
Ruby doesn't report you, Vale.
What do you
Alright.
mean? What do you mean report?
You said you'd kill him.
Oh, it's okay. I've killed him many times already.
Section.
Ah. So he has
Alright.
9 lives.
So we have Untouchables and Zoltanite.
Zol tonight will win.
I'm making my debut in D2 this week.
Sorry, Zol tonight will win.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still gonna play, and that's all that matters.
Are you gonna be a big point scorer?
No, I'm only at the slide in you.
How are you gonna outscore Sane, man? No way.
Saint's not playing this week.
Oh, that's a pity.
Saint's not a racer either. He only raced because I couldn't play last week because my net went out.
Hey, he got MVP for UT. Okay, that's a big plus.
Yeah, he's gonna end up. He's gonna end up as top 20 as a bagger, just because of that.
I'm gonna. There's not that much we can really say about Zoltanite that isn't obvious. They're
all
a
D1
strong
players.
team. They're all D1 players, and they'll probably
They're all
win.
D1 players.
It won't be too much of a win. I think it will be the same as like last season, where the win was very, very close. But I do think Zoltanite will edge it. Untouchables do have very capable players and very experienced players, but I do just think in the end that doesn't matter as much as Zoltanite's D1 roster.
Sean Mower. Okay. Sean Mower and Tekken Dog. Okay.
Well, if Sean Mower's in Alabama or whatever,
Oh yeah, right. He won't be playing.
he will not be playing.
Who will they be using? An Ace?
No, Tekken's dog is enough.
Yeah, Tekken's Dog's enough.
They might be using Ace, but I'm not sure
See
Ace
that him or red?
could use either.
Alright.
Should we just predict MVPs because there's not much to really say about this match?
Okay. Hold on, move the roster up.
Get the rosters up. How do you not know who's on Untouchables and who's not and who's in Zoltanite? Like legit, the same people spend the same clans forever.
I don't have the entire community memorized in my head.
You don't know who's in Untouchables. That's.
You're a
Oh,
disappointment.
okay. I have an
If you don't know who's in Zoltanite, then that's kind of sad.
Oh no, I have an idea of who's and who's. Okay, so Zoltanite will win and Tekken MVP.
Zoltanite's gonna win by 60. Actually, not 60. 40. 40 to 50, and Tekken's gonna MVP.
To keep UT on track of getting the bonus point every week. They're gonna lose. ZT is going to win by 18.
Good. Good.
Tekken's Dog will MVP.
but Sean is in Alabama, so he cannot MVP.
That's right. I said
No, he's
Gonzalo.
on vacation. You're an MVP already.
He's an MVP for not being there. Have we got anyone else for the predictions?
KD.
Due
No.
to Sean not being there, I think Zoltanite's going to be a little bit weaker, and Untouchables has a chance for the bonus point. Let's go with 16. Zoltanite winning, Untouchables getting the bonus point, Tech and all MVP.
Nice. Now we move to energy versus avail.
We do.
Da-da.
People not having much faith in energy.
Hey, if I transfer to energy, that might bring something back to life. Nah, I'm kidding.
Why
People not
exactly
having
is
the faith.
computer falling apart?
We'll discuss that later. Alright. As for energy right now, the thing for energy is Ben won't be here tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he's busy watching European Cup 2016.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna be away, which means I think Lua is gonna bag for energy instead.
Lua, the French Mikey, is gonna bag.
Yes.
The French Mikey is gonna bag.
Yes.
I'm crying.
I'll be right back.
Why are you crying?
I have so much faith. I was gonna predict Lua's MVP.
Oh, you.
I can't do that now.
No. Dude, you can never forget about Russo, dude.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
French,
Dude, you're-
French Mikey or world record holder.
You're forgetting Russo and Zoan.
Oh yeah, right. Those people exist.
I think Zoan's gonna MVP.
But the French Mikey though, I believe in
Oh,
him.
he's gonna MVP going backwards.
He's gonna score 12 points. I believe in him. Better than 12 points. He's letting me down. Wait, what is Energy's lineup?
I have no idea. Without Ben, anything without Ben. Russo, Luke, I think.
Is Oliver gonna play? Is Jaden gonna play?
Well, just keep talking about Avail because I'm gonna get energy sign up from Ben.
Okay,
Like
well,
right now.
Alright. Vale. That team that have players randomly come back and then MVP for them. Oh, someone's on Condi's. Didn't see that coming. Forgot he was. So Zoen's God. Brigitte, the luckiest French person, the best French person, the laggiest French person ever played Mario Kart. I'm pretty sure Dave came back as well. I saw him playing like yesterday. Alfred's a beast. Megan's a beast. Vaughn is the only person who can bag an AV. And that's all I have to say.
All right.
I am all over the place at predicting. I mean, the fact that the community think Avail are going to win that much kind of does show that Energy will probably be in a bit of trouble this match. They could still pull out a decent lineup, but I do think Avail will be winning this. Not by much, maybe by like 60 or something. Certainly not a massive destruction, but probably still about 60. And Sander, Lua, Russo, Luke and Oliver as the Energy lineup. That is quite a strong lineup.
Why can't Luke bag? I want Lua to MVP.
Because he's Luke. He sucks at everything in life.
What Luke is this? The German one or Luke Papers?
Luke Papers is not even energy.
What are you talking? Why are there two Lukes on every
Sorry,
roster?
there's two
CV
Lukes.
No, it's see, Luke never plays. He just casts freaking energy matches on Garbage 6 Twitch channel.
Okay.
Like, have fun.
Okay. So, okay, that's fine. It's quite a strong lineup in comparison to what we thought. But again, what if Avail will pull out the mighty Zoan? You know, there are so
They
many.
will.
There are so many people that Avail could pull out that could cause damage to Energy's chances, and I do think the community may have got it right here.
It's okay. I'll fly to Baguette Land and murder Zoan.
But
So
you
you can't
won't
play tomorrow.
You won't murder Lua though.
No.
Good.
You can't murder Mikey, the French Mikey.
The French Mikey.
The French Mikey.
The one and only French Mikey.
I don't know. I have faith in my boys, man. I think Energy's gonna win them. And everyone goes silent.
Oh yeah, Katie's AFK.
Have we got?
No, I'm here.
Have we
Oh, I'm
got?
here. I was just at the war, so, but
You don't see me wanting for UT right now, like I could have been.
Yeah, same.
They've been spamming me war like all day.
Same. I could have worked for UT as well.
Sure, I'll ask if you can ally. Sal has to approve though.
Okay. If you're going to be allying, let's do some discussion on the final results of Energy Avail and give our MVP predictions.
Yes.
Alright. Avail, Zoan, 140.
Energy is going to lose, but Russo will probably MVP. I don't know how much with, probably 120. Awkward silence.
yeah, I don't have much to say in the upper divisions. I had much more to say for the lower divisions. I don't know a lot of to me everybody's better than me, so I can't really give valid points on who would be able to score a lot more and which teams are better than the other.
Same, except people tell me every day that I saw.
Should we move on to Division 1 then, if it doesn't look like we have got any other predictions to do?
I've got
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Nope.
hello.
You can skate it.
Alright,
I think
so
you have a number
Here it comes.
see, Avail's gonna win, but Energy has a pretty strong lineup, so it's not gonna be in the hundreds, it's not gonna be in the 50s. We're gonna go with 32. Avail's gonna win by 32. Zone's gonna get, let's go with 108.
32.
Whoa, 108.
108 MVP.
Oh, never mind. I mean the difference 100 level.
No, that was the MVP score.
Alright.
32 is the difference.
Okay.
And let me quickly drop the D1 graphic in the chat. And we'll be moving to Division 1. I'm sure
Oh,
everyone...
1 second. I haven't said anything yet. Hey,
1 second,
Energy's
sorry.
gonna win, okay?
Okay. Who's going to
Energy's
MVP?
gonna win. Russo X.
With...
Okay, well,
102.
Good. There we go, Division
Okay,
1.
what's Energy gonna win by, Vale?
6.
6. Got it.
6.
Not convincing.
Hey, a win's a win, man. Who cares?
Really? Okay.
Moving on to Division 1.
Division we've all been waiting for.
Dun,
You can
dun,
wake up.
dun.
You can wake up now.
This is where we're actually gonna head out because I don't have much to say about Division 1. Plus, CEH needs me to war. So,
Alright. See ya, Chloe. Thanks.
bye, guys.
Alright, so we're gonna start the first match, Underground Kings versus MB.
And
For me, Underground Kings. Underground Kings is probably gonna take it. I think that UK just, well, MB is a very strong team. Right? UK just played them last week, so we definitely know what we're in for, and I mean what UK are in for. So obviously to say that MB can definitely pull up an upset, but I think UK is gonna take it either way.
I think Underground Kings will probably win. It won't be by too much, but I just feel as if they have kind of a bit of an edge that I don't think MB will be able to overcome. It might get bonus point The community doesn't exactly know. It's not a definitive. It's not like a, oh, it's 17-0. It's 10-7. So anything could happen, but I think Underground Kings will win.
All right, Aaron. RT1 Aaron, give your opinion now.
I think Shelton RT. No, I do too. Alright. So, I'm gonna say that probably Underground Kings is gonna take this. Just because Jeff, even though he's banned, but Jeff will forever live on in their hearts. And they'll channel their inner Jeff, and they will all one day.
Inner Jeff.
They're all gonna use a Jeff. Me too. It'll be great.
Did same. KD?
I'm waiting for the final predictions for this match.
Nothing to say?
They're gonna channel their inner Jeff.
Okay. I'm gonna say UK is gonna win by 32. The MVP is gonna be Nero.
Nero is probably a good shout for the MVP.
Yeah, go on.
Go on, Underground Kings win.
But how much?
Oh God. 18. Because I said it could be a bonus point match.
Good number. Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say that Reese is gonna MVP because he's doing pretty good in D1 right now.
Wait, who's gonna MVP? Racist?
Racer.
Oh, Racer. Oh.
Racist.
Yeah,
Racist.
Racist. Racer or Jazz. Probably MVP.
Alright, next match we have Wollywogs versus RT Master Dylan Killers versus Wollywogs. AKA
Dude,
Relapse.
I never got to predict, you little stitch.
Dude, I thought you were the first to predict.
No, I wasn't.
I didn't
Okay, do it.
Okay. Underground Kings are going to win, but it's going to be a bonus point match because MB is definitely capable of an upset. And Underground Kings is going to win by let's go with 10. Straight up 10. And MVP, I'm going to give it to Nero.
Alright.
Now you can move on.
Aaron, I thought you said your MVP is gonna be Nero or Jasmine, so thought you
No,
predicted.
I said Racer.
You said Racer.
Okay.
Racer. He's gonna get 115.
Oh yeah, let's see. Nero's gonna get 114. Now move on.
Moving on to RT Killers versus Wollywogs. People keep thinking Wollywogs are winning this.
Are they not?
What's your opinion?
I don't know.
Give an opinion.
I mean, both teams are 2-0 right now, and definitely on the side of the Wollywogs.
I very much think that RT Killers are capable of upsetting Wollywogs, and that the community is not putting enough credit for them.
You see, I remember they won like 5 seasons. No, like 3. Technically. Relapse. They won like.
I thought they've won like 4.
They won like 4 seasons and like 2 CT games.
Yeah, it's like.
Or 3 CT games.
And Wollywogs, I don't think they've gotten a single banner for their first team.
Nope. But the Orioles first team this year brings a lot of promise, though.
TK, cool
Yeah, they
Dogs,
really do. This is probably their strongest team yet.
Cool Jets.
Let's not forget that Orioles is probably arguably the best bagger right now.
Yeah, they got Hawk and Fox.
Fox and
I'm talking about baggers, and then you say Fox.
Yeah, Fox, because he can run. You can't catch him. You can't catch the Fox.
I'm talking about bagging.
So,
You can't catch Hawk either.
you can't catch Hawk in bagging.
Hey,
On
Fox-
BCU you can't.
Yeah, because he's going to fly over the gap because he's a Hawk. You know, he's got wings.
Call.
Not sure if I'm supposed to cringe or laugh at that joke.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start cringing right about now. Alright, definitely I think RT Killers, they are a capable team, very well versed team. I guess they can definitely pull up an upset even though the votes are sort of a landslide a bit. I think Wollywogs are gonna win by probably 46. And I think Killua's gonna MVP.
I am going to give the exact same prediction as you. Oh,
Wow.
Dummy Stunky has literally stolen your prediction.
No, okay.
I've stolen it.
So, well, I'm going to give the exact opposite here. I'm going to say the RT players are going to win, and I'm going to say that TK or Fox will
No, by how much? 46?
win. Win. I think they're going to win by like 28.
28. I think okay. Yeah, the MVP numbers. I think Killua's gonna MVP 107.
I think TK and Kuz one of those two are going to MVP. TK. If TK were to MVP, he'll probably be like 121. If Kuz on, probably 115.
KD, before I ran you out again.
Alright, so I do think Wollywogs are going to win, but it's going to be a bonus point match. RT Killers are, like I said, they're very much capable of upsetting Wollywogs, even though Wollywogs has one of their toughest teams to date. The differential is going to be... Let's go with 12. Let's go with 12. And the MVP is going to be Fox because you can't catch the Fox.
Number.
I'm looking for one, alright? 102.
Wow, that's lower than mine. Okay. Let's move on to the last match. Everyone can go to sleep after this. Nuclear versus Flow. I guess I'll start with the Nuclear story. As
Good.
you all know, May
I've
recently,
been waiting for.
as most people probably know, May has been recently. There's a recent hack accusation from May getting shocked after a box in Coconut Mall and pulling a mega, which the council has most likely deemed. It's a confirmation that he won't be banned, but conditionals wise, we'll find that out soon enough. But he's not going to be banned, so Barney has left NC. And we're left with 5 people, literally 5 people. So it's me, Claw, Hakeem, Ryan, and May. And if one of us doesn't show up, we're screwed. So we're definitely gonna try our best to complete the season if we can. Let's hope we don't drop. If we do drop, well, probably FU's gonna come in. If not, it's kind of a too bad a situation. But hopefully we definitely can continue the season out. And I think we have a decent shot against Flow because they're probably no offense to Flow, probably the weakest the team in the division besides us. And I think it's going to be quite a wire-to-wire match, I think. But I'm playing, so I won't say anything.
You take everybody from the CX roster, and then you add them to, or just take Sean Kennedy. That's all I really understand. Shoot him.
Yeah. I'm sure Sean Tanny wants to play
Not
CSL.
right now. Shut the door. Shut the door.
Mom, get out!
Shut the door.
Oh!
I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Troop CX. Let's see. I'm trying to find Flo's roster there.
Trying to find Flo's roster.
I found it.
Okay.
I don't know who's playing this week. I'll ask for Mac later. But I'm just gonna assume that it's probably gonna be on the long lines of Matt, Jam, Insane. I think Natch might play. And probably Jam will be playing as well. Oh wait, no, they're not the bag. I don't think they let you obey. Unfortunately.
Vito?
Oh yeah, Vito. Yeah, he's there. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, they can totally use Vito's better.
Vito is the backer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be a close match. And I also think that like Nuclear and Flo are like the weakest teams in the P1 right now.
Alright. Tom?
I am not so sure. I hope Nuclear can get 5. At the same time, if Nuclear can get 5, they still have a chance of doing well. I'm just not sure that they can beat Flow. I wouldn't be able to put an MVP down, but I'd presume the MVP would score 112. It could be a close match. I would predict it to be within about 40, and I would say Flow would probably win.
That's not close.
Very, very close, 40 points.
Okay, well, I thought it'd be a little bit closer than that.
No. I'm mean. Have we got anyone else's predictions before we shut each other off? KD.
Me. All right, so Nuclear are going through some turmoil. Flow isn't. I feel like Flow can capitalize on that. That being said, the match isn't going to be a blowout. That's for sure. It's going to be close. But I don't think there's going to be a bonus point involved. I do think Flow are going to win by 36. As for the MVP, I'm not sure. Who's on Nuclear?
Hackham, Bale, Ryan, Claw.
May.
That's all of them.
You have a choice of 5 players.
If you can pick 4 people, because Claw's bagging.
I think Ryan's gonna MVP.
Hey, I can MVP. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Keep going.
And he's gonna get 104.
Oh.
104.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that bring us to the end of our predictions?
No.
No.
No. All right.
Why?
I think Hackham's gonna MVP.
Oh.
Or Keem. Yeah, I think Keem's gonna MVP. I've seen him do well. I've seen him play well. I've seen his limits. I think he's gonna MVP. He's gonna score like I'm gonna predict like 107.
Oh.
Alright, I guess that wraps it up.
How much are they gonna win? Wait, you didn't say who was gonna win or lose, did you?
I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. Well, if Nuclear get 5, then they'll probably win.
By how much?
Probably like 18.
All right, solid. All right.
And I think that wraps up for This week's predictions, again, sorry that it has been a bit longer than usual. Usually we do have 2 or 3 people casting. This week we have had 5 or 6 sometimes. It has led to there being a bit longer debate than we'd normally have, and it has been nearly 3 hours that we've got through 6 divisions.
No, CT div took 2 hours.
No,
Or
it
an
only
hour.
took about an
Took
hour.
one. Took one.
CT div on its own took an hour. We did one division in like 15 minutes.
Why?
D4 took 15 minutes.
Yeah, because someone could stop blabbing about LL2.
Sorry.
But that was only for 15 minutes.
It wasn't as long as my RB rant.
That was like half the stream.
The final comment I want to say is shout out to RT Master Dylan Killers. Trademark, copyright, registered 2016-2016.
Shout out to May because he asked for a shout out last time I was in his stream. Also, he does not hack. There is no cheats involved. Give him the Barney ban.
Shoutouts to me. I gotta go eat breakfast. Okay, bye guys. Thanks. Yeah.
It's 3 a.m.
Eat cereal.
It's 3 a.m.
So is he gonna eat cereal out of your cereal bowl?
3 a.m. sleep. Doctor, 3 a.m. sleep.
3 a.m. We started at midnight and I've managed to... I still ramble!
Good stuff.
Good
Tell me
stuff.
before the start of the stream. Dude, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
I thought I was going to pass out. Nope, 3 hours.
Tom's cereal bowl.
Tom's cereal bowl.
Yeah, for breakfast. He's having breakfast. Should use your cereal bowl.
I want to shout out to actually, never mind. I don't have any shout outs.
Wow.
Actually, no, I give it a shout out to Sane for still not being on Condies.
Shout out to the council, finally proving I never hacked back 2 years ago.
Wow!
Got removed from Permacondies for not cheating when I was perma-banned in IL for something I never did.
Dang it. I wish I can be on.
Thanks, council. Took 30 months, but 30 months and it's done. Thank you. I don't know. 30
days.
months.
30 months and about 1,000 days.
Oh dear. But yeah. Thanks to everyone for watching this stream. We will be back, hopefully with a cast. We're not too sure though because we do have the World Cup prediction stream most of tomorrow evening. Hopefully I don't ramble in that, if I am even showing up.
Wait. What time does that start? 7?
Oh god.
5.
Oh, 5? Alright.
5.
Wait, is that MKW or is that MK8? Sorry, 5.
MKW, I think. Let me quickly check it. 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. EDT is going to be MKW for the Mario Kart
Probably.
World Cup
Not sure.
predictions.
I'm gonna be late for that stream. I have the CTC so at 4.
Yeah, I've probably got. I'm not sure when this Mario Kart board staff meeting with me and Ace is meant to be, but we'll find that one out, and hopefully I'll be there. But if not, I'm sure I'll give people graphics if we do get any graphics to work with for the stream. But yeah, that's enough from me. Everyone else sign out and then I'll end the stream.
Alright, guys. See you later.
I have been me, also known as Keemstar, and listen to Vaporwave. It's great.